Hello guys! We are still going on with our sketchbook binding class, and in the last video I showed you how to stitch the text blocks, and I already have two of them in my hands and I'm so happy how they turned out. And today in this class we are going to glue the text blocks and work on designing our sketchbooks and work on the cover. And I would like to start with this step, and first I will show you what materials I have on my hand. So let me first explain what ideas I have to create a cover, and then we will create it together. I want to do this step first because if I first glue my text block, I need to keep it under some kind of press for a day, and I want to be sure that I'm ready with the cover before that. And when I'm creating the cover, I like seeing what's inside my sketchbook, because it's not an independent process. As I said before, it's some kind of a book, so the cover should really match with the sketchbook. As I told you before, you already know that I'm creating two sketchbooks, and one of them, which is the bigger one for my daily needs, I want to see with the heart kind of cover. I mean this chipboard. I will also paint it, and the back side too, and we will actually do that together. I just haven't decided yet about the spine. I'm thinking about having the fabric, but I'm still unsure. And let me show you what kinds of covers I already have. These are the covers that I already have created then I was making these sketchbooks. I usually create several covers at the same time. It's easy to just to experiment, and it's not that scary that you do the wrong step if you have just one sheet of this cover. So when you have a lot of them, then you can choose which to pick for your sketchbook, and you can keep others for later sketchbooks that you will create in the future. So it's very useful. I'm really enjoy maybe this one, or maybe this, I don't know. All of them I really like, but thing number one, this is a kind of issue that it's smaller than I need. So as you see, we have these gaps here, and of course I don't want to have them. Maybe I could cover that with this fabric material, cut a little bit from the side, and that will be actually a good sketchbook. Why not? Yep. But other thing that why I prefer to do new cover is because I'm not sure that it really belongs to the sketchbook. The end paper is very active. I want it to be the dominant. I want it to be like a cherry on the top of my cake, and I want to be the cover more calm. Do not pay that much attention on the cover this time, and to pay more attention on the end paper and what's inside. So not on the outer part of the sketchbook and on the inner part of the sketchbook. That's my idea. because all my other sketchbooks, they were very bright right from the cover, and actually I like that. So I will see where my creativity will take me with the cover, but for now the idea is like that. And of course I want to show you how I do that. And with my other sketchbook, as I told you, I wanted to be more delicate, more about the sea, about travels, maybe about summer. Wow, I kind of was this is the back side. Okay, here I open it that way. Everything is right now. Okay, I want it to be with this cover. This is other construction, like what I did with this sketchbook. I just stick the cover, the texture, to the thin cardboard. It works really well, and I'm not really certain, but I think it looks amazing. Just look at this here. Now let's create the cover with the chipboard, and then we will see if maybe I can change my mind. So here I prepared already cut pieces of chipboard, which are a little bit bigger than my sketchbook, so I have the option to cut, and I have quite many of them. As I said, I like to have choice, and I need not only the front cover but also the back. So let's start. I like to create them a few pieces at the same time, and here I have acrylic paints. I can say that I know a lot about acrylic paints. Let's place our pieces of cardboard. I think I will... These are all materials that I prepared for creating a cover, and I'm so excited to take this step together with you. This is the chipboard that I cut in pieces, a little bit bigger than the sketchbook, so that I have the option to cut something that I don't need. These are acrylic paints. I can say that I am a professional in working with acrylic paints, so that I can't recommend you any brand, but I know that this one, Amsterdam, is supposed to be a good one. And so let's start. I will be working at a few pieces at the same time, so that's easy, and my approach here is be as playful as it's possible, go wild a little bit, but also it's important to think about your sketchbook character. When I look at the end paper, I'm thinking that I want to work with splashes of dark blue and maybe with gray, and also to have some bright yellow little accents. So let's start that way. Okay, it's nice color, very nice. It's always a little bit scary to start, but let's say this is abstract painting and I have a lot of these pieces, so I try to be patient to what I do and not critical at all. So let's start with something playful. Also, as I said, I want it to be quite minimal, not to do a lot of strokes with my brush. But I already like this line. Okay, it's good. Now I feel that I want to have some kind of light blue somewhere nearby, but maybe lighter. And also I want to have some yellow-green stains like that I have here on my end paper. Okay, I still need more yellow here. Yeah, I like this color. This one. This is where I want to use to start doing the same, or just something. I really like to come up with some lines like that, but maybe try with stain too. Just some abstract stains. And now I want something purple. It's more like painting textures, but on the piece of cardboard. Every your stroke is beautiful and don't feel too much pressure. My favorite trick with the toothbrush. Now I see this green and these yummy drops of pink, and I really want to bring it to my sketchbook cover. You can also go with acrylic markers then, so that's totally normal. So why not? Some kind of messy cover, like you just tried some colors, and I like that. I'm not sure that it matched too much, I mean this one, but maybe that's fine. I think I want to add some silver. And I also like this volume in these strokes. When they get dry, they will be more flat, but still very nice. I like this one maybe better. I mean, I like this one better, but for this sketchbook, maybe I would prefer this one, but I'm not done yet. I want to play a little bit with some more colors. And I also have one idea right now to mix more cold blue, but still very some kind of sky blue with a little bit of violet there, but still very light. Super. This is what I needed. Good color. And these two. Maybe they are a little bit equal, these two stains, and I don't like that. And I want to paint this more, and this is better. This is much better. Also, I want to do more splashes with green there. I want to take just the really bright green, normal green like that one. Yeah, this is what I needed. And some green. Yeah, nice, nice. I'm not sure I want green there. Maybe not. A little bit makes it even better. I'm just thinking what I need for. Maybe I would add some pink. Yes, it's good. I'm thinking about really light yellow here. It's good now. Good. It's very good. And I have pretty nice colors on my palette that I still can use somewhere. I can just try it on if it fits here. But I still want some something more playful here. And I already have this green, so why not to here? Now that's better. Now I want just a little bit of white, just white, clean white. And I still want to try on this kind of sea blue or something like that. Some kind of mint blue, right? Maybe here, but I'm not sure. I still want to have this green very active and dominant color. Okay, so what do you think? I think that I want to do some more, and that will dry, and then I will see. Actually, I'm enjoy this mint, and maybe I want to do more of it. And also I like this yellow, this pale yellow, same as my nails. You know, I don't think that I go somewhere right now. I just play with paints because I already enjoyed these two kind of covers. So I just will maybe relax a little bit because I still have some nice colors. Maybe it's not in my style, it's too colorful and in these colors that I don't usually use, but why not? I think I want to go with acrylic markers. Acrylic markers have different surface, it's more matte than these acrylic paints, but it's still very resistant. Now I think that's it's definitely not what I wanted. It's too colorful and I don't want my sketchbooks to be too colorful. That's why I want to splash it a little bit with just alcohol. Oh, it's better. Now I like this one, and I don't like this one. But it still has a chance to survive. And I think I need some kind of yellow, but more like that, to calm it down too. And just an interesting play to make stroke here, then here, and to look what we have now, to organize these colors on your pieces. It's really nice play. That's what little splashes can do to your work, and little dark splashes. I think I want to try one last color. Some kind of peach orange. I'm done with these two. Oh, and my hands are really nice and colorful too. And I totally forgot that I actually need back sides, and I don't want back sides to be too bright like this one, so I will maybe just splash it a little bit, and that's it. And this one needs to get dry. Backside of my sketchbook has this mint color, so maybe I can play a little bit with mint too. I think that's enough for the cover. I don't want it to look like a finished piece, but more like something that can train your brain to create something more. But maybe I will work a little bit on it then with acrylic markers when I see them all together. And now finally it started to glue our sketchbook and prepare it for pressing. Actually, usually before gluing the sketchbook, we need to press it a little bit, and usually I use paper clips for that. But my sketchbooks turned out to be a little bit bigger than I expected. So it's also better to wrap your sketchbook with some paper a little bit so they won't get dirty. Sometimes it happens when you use the paper clip, so I can't fix it. But if your sketchbooks are not that thick as mine, it's very convenient to do it with these paper clips or just buy the big ones. So what I came up with, I found these clamps at home. They're usually used for some wood crafts, for joinery, and I will press my sketchbook a little bit with them before gluing my sketchbook. I will just squeeze a little bit of the glue. This is white glue, just regular for paper. Maybe I will just leave it open and will apply a little bit of glue to my sketchbook. Yeah, it's better maybe to have one more clamps here or paper clip, big paper clip. Maybe this one, no, it's still too small, so we'll apply a little bit of glue. And it's also good to be sure that all your knots are tight enough before doing that step. This kind of glue, now it looks white, but after it gets dry, it becomes absolutely transparent. That's why I really like that. So we will not see that there is any glue on the spine of our sketchbook. You don't need to apply too much glue, otherwise it all be inside, and we don't need that. Just a little bit so that our pages become closer to each other. Okay, I think that's enough. Now we'll do the same with the second sketchbook, but I want to show you why I do that, because this is optional, but if you don't do that, you'll have these holes inside. If you're okay with that, maybe that's fine for you, or maybe your holes are not that big as mine. Maybe your bookbinding skills are more trained. Then you just can miss this step and don't glue your sketchbook. Just wait for putting it all together and pasting the cover. But I prefer to not have these holes, to my sketchbooks be more tight. A little bit there. Okay, we will wait a little bit before I'm done with the second one, and I try to fix at least this one with my paper clips. No, too big. No, okay. We will miss that step with clips, but I recommend you to fix, to press them a little bit with something. It's better to have clips or more clamps for that. If you do it without any clips, then you don't need to put too much glue on it, just a little bit less. There is also a special equipment that you can order. I will give a link in the caption. Maybe you already have seen it if you looked for materials for book binding. It's very convenient. Maybe that's that's what I need to order after recording this video for my next sketchbooks. Now we need to press them and leave overnight. For this next step, it's perhaps the laziest step from all we already had. We need just heavy books or this equipment that I gave a link in the caption. And our sketchbooks, we need to take off all the clamps and clips. So first we put the sketchbook on some kind of paper, but the clean one, to be sure that they will not stick to each other. Sometimes that can happen. Then the other sketchbook, then some paper, and then we need to press it with books. The heavier the books are, the better. I will start with the heaviest one, or maybe I will start with this really heavy one. And carefully, you actually don't need to press them, just be sure that they are fine, that they're inside. Maybe it's a little bit easy to do near the bookshelves, but I want to show you. So for me it works better on my table. Then some of your sketchbooks can also be good for pressing. Maybe I can add a few more sketchbooks on the top. Be sure that they pressed enough. So now we have a lovely tower of books and sketchbooks, and we need to leave all that construction overnight before we are ready to the next step, which will be putting our sketchbook together. It's already the next day, and finally let's have a look what we have. As I told you, the glue is absolutely transparent, and the sketchbook became thinner. That's really good, really what I wanted. Let's have a look how it's now inside. So good. The holes are almost here. The holes are disappeared. Looks just great. Perfect. In some places maybe there is too much glue, and there can be places like that. But for me it's not that bad. I'm okay with this. This may happen because I did not press the sketchbook with the paper clips, or I applied too much glue, but it's not that bad. It's all fine here, so it's just good. I can say almost perfect. Absolutely what I wanted it to be. And now let's have a look at the my travel sketchbook, the smaller one. Oh, it's always become thinner, and in these places even maybe too thin. I don't know why it looks like that. Okay, and inside it's all very beautiful. Yes, so nice, very nice. Wow, this is my favorite place. Maybe there are too much glue there, but it's still very good. Just look at this. It's so playful, even better than I could imagine. Nice, so nice. Yeah, too much glue on this side, but we can do like that. Okay. So it's all good, and it means that we are ready for the last step to finally put it all together to assemble the sketchbook with the cover. Let's have a look at the covers because they are also now ready. This is what I did last time. This is supposed to be the back cover. This is supposed to be the front one. You can also rotate your covers because I think it's even better. Here, it's good one. Actually, I like this one too. Here, this is not really up to my choice. Maybe it's not bad, and I maybe want to do the smaller sketchbook, or maybe to cut it. Here, it's a good idea. Next time I want to create the smaller sketchbook and to fill it with small sketchers, and that can be the cover, and this is the back. This one is pretty nice too. The back cover is just awesome, very good. And this is what I had before. I also like them, but as I said, they are quite small. So let's do something with these covers and let's decide. I will now, I'm thinking about this sketchbook, and it has this beautiful end paper. Which cover fits here the best? I was thinking, at first I was thinking about this one, and it's quite good. When I open, I can see the sandpaper. It's good, really. And I have this kind of highlight inside. I highlight the end paper and not the cover. This cover is pretty minimalistic, and I really enjoy this effect. It's good. And I can already think about the end paper. Maybe for this sketchbook, it can be this mint, because I really want to play with, to connect them through this mint color. This and this. I can imagine how I draw in this sketchbook, and I don't want to close this with some fabric. I can maybe try on. And it's actually very good too. Okay. Yes, it's good with this yellow. I don't know what to do. It's so good. Great. And it plays since it has yellow there too. I like this choice, but let's see how we can design our sketchbook, because what we do now, we are designing, and I think it's also very good skill for an artist to be a designer too. This is good choice, good option, and with fabric. Now I also was thinking about this one. It's also very nice, but maybe it's too colorful. When I open it, I have also colorful place here, this beautiful texture, and they have some, let's say, argument between each other, who is the boss here, and I want my end paper to be the boss. So this is good, but I will use it for next time. I like this too, with green. And maybe it's not that bad. Maybe it's not that perfect as with this one. I want to see it. But it's also good. And I like there that in this stain I can see some something. For example, I see that this green stain are actually the tree, and maybe I'm thinking about drawing the tree here with green acrylic marker to do some kind of outline here. Or maybe I can leave it like that and then decide. And I really like to work on the cover after some time too. There can be a little house or maybe a moon, because this reminds me about the sky. This is night sky, this is day sky, and this is also some kind of figure here. So it can talk a lot in these abstract shapes. You can see a lot of things, and that's what I wanted to create when I was thinking about the cover. This is good. And for this I also would use, or maybe make it too minimalistic. Here, yeah. For this I would use this cover, and if I need fabric or not. No, I think it's too much, and I would just leave it like that. Just cut some place that we don't need. Okay. Also, this can be an option, and here it's also good too. I can add some collage there, because I also painted some papers with the leftovers on my palette. I just couldn't let these colors to disappear, and I usually do that when I have some colors on my palette, and maybe I can think about playing with collage. Then this kind of minimal cover keep a lot of place for experiment and to working on your design, then on the character of your sketchbook. So it's good too. And the last one, this, I also can see a tree here, and this is maybe a lady. I'm already thinking about drawing the face, and this little stain drop, it's an eye. It's nice, but I don't feel like working with it too much, so I have choice of two. Now let's talk about the little sketchbook. With little sketchbook, I already decided on this paper. The question now is in what direction to put it. I don't want it to be right in the middle. I want to have the dynamic composition, so maybe I will place it somewhere here and cut like that. But I also like these drops, so maybe this. And the back side is like that. But I don't want to use to close the spine on both sketchbooks. so I need to decide. But I also like it like that, without. Maybe I want the sketchbook to be more light. And I made my decision. I want it to be this cover with yellow fabric and the back with this abstract illustration, not illustration, work. And this will be just with open spine, especially because I like that I see these textures here and there is a lot of yellow. So now let's stick everything and paste the cover to the sketchbook. First I need to glue the fabric, to cut it a little bit, and I will also create a bookmark with this thread, and I will also cut a little bit these threads. As we will stick everything, will be really fixed well. And I will fold it here and here. If you want, you can iron it before, but I am kind of lazy for that things. And I know it will work without. I also will cut this side. Now let's apply glue, fold it, and paste to our sketchbook. Also apply some glue here to be sure that it's enough, but we already glued the spine, so just a little bit. It's important to start with the spine and to be very, very tight, if I can say that. Now we need to wait a little bit when it gets dry, about an hour, I think, according to what glue you use for that. So just place it aside and let's work on the second sketchbook. I will cut the cover. The cover should be a little bit bigger than the sketchbook. The first cover is ready. Let's paste it, but maybe I need to put some press on it as well, but be sure to wrap it in some paper, just a little bit. And now let's stick the cover to the smaller sketchbook. I will put some paper between the pages. I don't want to mess them with glue. The back. Let's put it under the press too, and I will come back when the first sketchbook with the fabric is dry. It's almost dried, not yet, but I already can work with the cover, and I want to cut it, to glue it, and to put under the press. I will leave a little space there because I think it looks more attractive like that. So I need to measure this way. Now let's cut the back cover. Okay, now let's finally do the last step, and we'll glue our cover. I don't really know what's better to do, to apply glue to the cover or to the sketchbook, but let's try this way. Maybe both sides is the better choice. Now it's time to put it again under some books or some heavy press. It's better overnight or at least about 4 hours so that it all will stick properly. And this is the last step. And after some time, my 2 sketchbooks are finally ready. I really enjoyed how they turned out. It's such a special feeling to hold your handmade sketchbooks in your hands after all the creative process. But actually, I faced with some issue during the process, and actually I messed up a little bit because I confused the covers. And this one, which is supposed to be the front cover and that I really enjoy here, now is the back cover because I sticked it the wrong way. At first I really got upset about that because I liked this one, and now when I open the sketchbook I see not what I want to see at first. Everything upside down, all my textures. So this is now the front cover, and this is the end paper that I want to have here, and all other parts of my sketchbook. So this is how we deal with mistakes, and being an artist also means to be patient to your mistakes and do not get upset about them, but look what you can have from it. And I came up with one idea to play with some collage elements here. This is a bird. Then I also have a little house and a tree. And now I really enjoy how my cover looks. And then I rotate it. There is a little surprise on the back. Also, I decided to create little bookmarks that can be a playful element to every page of it. And this sketchbook turned out just perfect. I did not mess it. And it has a little boat that's floating down to the river. We can also play with it a little bit, and I can imagine how beautiful it all can be inside when I fill it with sketches and collages. Or already I can play with this little boat, especially on the pages like that. Like this one. I think it's really, really very lovely. So that's the end of our sketchbook binding class. And let me know, where are you now? How are you doing with your sketchbooks? I'm really very curious to see your work and what you came up with. And I encourage you to get a little bit playful too with the last step. And also, you know, what's good about this sketchbook is that actually you can open it upside down if you want, because I like this page too. And it really depends on your mood and how you would like your sketchbook to be started. See you soon with something new, and till then, bye bye.